Happy New Year. I'm Susan Woods of Susan Woods Nonprofit Solutions, and I thank you for your time. I'm so excited to share with you a new opportunity for aspiring, new, and established nonprofit professionals. I have totally revamped my email distribution system to focus on sharing relevant current information to help you grow your nonprofit organization. So if you are thinking about starting a nonprofit, if you have started a nonprofit and you just don't know what to do, or if you are an established nonprofit professional, but always needing guidance, always looking for best practices, I encourage you to join my new email list that's customized just for you. You will receive an email every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time that's going to include robust educational information to help you grow your nonprofit organization to better serve your community. And I'm not going to ask you to wait until I finish this presentation to know how much the subscription will be for you. I'll tell you right now. I would tell you right now that the subscription fee to join in this email list that's going to help you is only $5 per month. That's right, $5 per month. One, two, three, four, five. That's all I'm asking you to invest to receive this email. I've been offering and sharing information through my old email account for 17 years. And you can imagine over 10,000 people have come and gone on that email list. And I still have a large group of people on the email. But I want to archive that email list and start over this year only with people who subscribe. Because when you subscribe and you add a monetary value to the subscription, that means you care. That means you want the information. And I made a big decision. It's a big decision to archive such a large email list and start all over again. But I made the decision that I want to only share my information with people who will invest in it. $5 per month. So I call it Enjoy Email and Coffee. Enjoy Email and Coffee on Monday mornings at 7 a.m. is when you will receive your emails from me. So let me give you more information about what you're going to get for your $5 per month. News alert, Susan Woods Nonprofit Solutions is replacing its 17-year-old email list with a new subscription-based email list. The new subscription-based emails will provide robust educational content in a more organized manner for you. For example, instead of receiving the random emails I've been sending for 17 years, whenever a thought comes to mind, you will receive your emails on Monday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern Time to read while enjoying your coffee. Your emails will include topics that pertain to the category of the month based on the table below. I've also decided to just focus on one category of the nonprofit sector per month. That's another way that I'm providing organized content for you. So let's look at the categories per month that you're going to be able to focus on. There are 5 categories that I've identified in the nonprofit sector. So in this table, I show you the months and the categories of content that I will focus on for each month. For example, in January, May, and September, the categories that I'm going to focus on include starting and reinstating nonprofits. So during those months, the emails that you receive will have topics that pertain to these 2 categories, because each category I can create 25, 30, 45 different topics because they can be as specific as I desire them to be. So in January, May, and September, your emails will pertain to starting, how to start a nonprofit, everything that goes into starting a nonprofit from scratch, or reinstating nonprofits. Like if you lost your status due to failure to file your Form 990s for 3 consecutive years, you want to reinstate your 501c3 status, meaning you want to get it back. So during those months, your emails will pertain to how do you get your 501c3 status back? How to information in those emails. And then in February, June, and October, your emails will pertain to the category funding nonprofits, meaning how do you get money to operate your nonprofits? Grant writing, talk about how to write grants, talk about how to create fundraisers, talk about how to cultivate relationship with philanthropists, how to do donor advised funding. All of those emails will pertain to this category, funding nonprofits. And then March, July, and November, the category we'll focus on is managing nonprofits. How do you manage a nonprofit? For example, how do you hire people through human resource management? How do you train them? How do you retain them? How do you terminate, in some cases, employees? We'll talk about that. Financial management, we'll talk about. How do you create your financial reports for the IRS every year? What type of reports should you create? What type of Form 990 should you use? How often do you need to submit them? We'll talk about that in the emails. And then image management. How do you cultivate a professional image for your nonprofit organization? Not only in print, but also social media, advertising, all of those things we'll talk about in the managing nonprofits category. Finally, during the months of April, August, and December, our content will focus on sustaining nonprofits. How do you keep your nonprofit going? What things do you need to implement to keep things going? I would teach you in the emails how to do a SWOT analysis to determine your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. That's a major component of sustaining nonprofits. So you will get emails around those topics. So these are your monthly content categories, the months and the categories that we will focus on during those months. And again, this is just another way to organize the emails that I send. Rather than jumping from category to category, I'm going to hone in on these categories during the months indicated. So I invite you to enjoy the benefits of subscribing to the new robust educational emails for aspiring, new, and established nonprofit professionals for only $5 per month. And the $5 is just an indication that lets me know you want the information that I'm sharing. I'm not just sharing free information and hoping somebody benefits from it. You want this information if you subscribe to receive it. Since the January email categories are starting and reinstating nonprofits, you will receive educational emails for the following topics at 7 a.m. on the Mondays indicated. So we're already in January. So I'm telling you what you're going to get each day in January. Each Monday morning at 7 a.m. in January. So January 6th, you'll receive the monthly nonprofit newsletter. Now, this is the big one. This is the one that I send out on the first Mondays of each month anyway. And this newsletter includes nonprofit news. It includes information about grant openings and how you can apply for grant money. We talk about courses that are available, not only the courses that I teach, but courses that are available across the nonprofit sector. For example, I can tell you about courses that the Philanthropy News Digest offers people to enroll in, and the Chronicle of Philanthropy. Different courses, I share information about that. I talk about best practices, okay? Things that you can use to get your organization going or success tips to keep it going. I talk about, in this year, I've added on 2 more components to the newsletter. 2 more components to the newsletter include client spotlights. I have helped over 400 people start nonprofits or reinstate nonprofits representing 33 states. I'm going to introduce you to a client in every email that I send. It's going to be a client spotlight. to talk about who they are, what type of nonprofit they started, using my services, and how they're doing today. So that's a part. And another part of the newsletter that I'm adding on this year is a free gift. Every newsletter will have a free gift that you can click on and use. It's more than likely going to be a free DIY guide, do-it-yourself guide, or some other tool to help you grow in your nonprofit venture. So that's January the 6th. January the 13th, how to start nonprofits using 4 major steps. In this email, I will explain the 4 major steps you use to start a nonprofit from scratch. January the 20th, I'm going to answer the question, why the IRS revokes 501c3 status and how to get it back. Going to talk about that. What happened? Why did you lose your status? We'll talk about it and how to get it back. And then finally, January 27th, Form 1023, standard version, the long version, versus Form 1023 EZ. Which one should you use and why? If you are an aspiring nonprofit professional and you want to know which form to use to apply for 501c3 status, I will explain that in January 27th, in the January 27th email. So again, on Monday mornings at 7 a.m. in January, you will receive emails with these subject lines. And I will do the same thing, sharing with you when it's time to go into February. I will share with you what you can expect to receive in your February emails. So this, again, is more organized, it's more structured. It gives you an opportunity to know what to expect and what to look forward to receiving. Dear friends, since 2007, I've shared information about the nonprofit sector using the same email list. As you may know, if you were a part of that list, I did send emails haphazardly. Whenever something would come to mind, I would shoot everybody an email, and that can seem chaotic. So moving forward, I've decided to send robust educational emails customized for nonprofit professionals on Monday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, only to people who subscribe to my email list. I sincerely hope that you will subscribe to my email list for only $5 per month to continue receiving relevant nonprofit content. And if you've never subscribed before, if you're not on the first email list, I invite you to start with me. I have been in the nonprofit sector since 2003. I have 2 501c3 nonprofit organizations. I have operated those organizations successfully as an executive director. I started teaching people how to start nonprofit organizations through my online courses and in-person courses several years ago, and I still offer courses to this day. I complete the Form 1023 long version to help clients start and reinstate nonprofit organizations. I've also earned 3 nonprofit management certificates from major universities like Winthrop University, Wake Forest University, and Duke University. Why am I telling you all of this? I'm telling you all of this because the emails that I send to you are not AI generated. They are not copy and pasted from some type of periodical. The emails that I'm sending to you are based on my personal experiences working as a nonprofit professional in both capacities, as a consultant that helps people start, fund, manage, and reinstate nonprofits, also as a person who operates nonprofits myself. So I bring a lot of credible information to the table that I simply want to share with you through emails. If you choose not to subscribe, I understand, and I wish you well in your future endeavors. Again, I'm Susan Woods. I help people start, fund, manage, sustain, and reinstate 501c3 nonprofits nationwide. And I will have all of the links here that you can't click on because it's in a video. They are in the description. I hope that you join my email distribution list and be a part of an excellent group of people who are doing great things to make their communities better. You can scan this QR code to subscribe right now. $5 per month, I believe, is a budget-friendly investment to help you get the knowledge you need to succeed this year with your nonprofit organization. And by the way, give yourself a pat on the back for caring enough about people to want to start a nonprofit organization, to want to work within a nonprofit organization to enhance your communities. You are special. Thank you for your time. I hope to see you in my email distribution list. Have a great day.